Yoy!
I'm not gonna worry about your level of concern.
Yoy and double yoy!
We talking about
Twitter.
Triple yoy!
Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that.
Quadruple yoy!
All right, welcome to a special edition. This is not what Jim's talking about. It's Mystery Yinzer Theater 3000. Instead of talking about, oh, is Aaron Rodgers going to talk to Pat McAfee? Or are we going to trade TJ Watt? Or another mock draft. Yeah, or another mock draft, believe me. Let's turn back the clock to a better days. Actually, yes. I picked this game because it is similar to the quarterback situation now, where it's like not necessarily, we don't have the franchise QB.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment of this game.
And neither did we in 1996 when Mike Tomczak took the Steelers into, this is still Three Rivers, right?
This is definitely Three Rivers. You can see the higher levels of it there, yes.
All right, let's get it started with,
And remember, folks, Kyle has this at 1.5 speed if you're wondering why Jim Gray is on this amount of drugs. Kordell is on the team, but not playing quarterback, to give you some time as to what exactly this was.
I love how that's the storyline. How much is Kordell going to play? It's like, well, is that how bad Tomczak has been?
Imagine how terrible that would have been on social media today. How much is Kordell going to play?
This was, wow, this is an NBC guy, through and true. But you have to remember, this was the, we lost Neil O'Donnell, and so we went to camp with Kordell and Mike Tomczak and Jim Miller, and that didn't work out.
Sweet turtlenecks for Cower. I always liked those.
And this was rebounding off the Super Bowl year.
Yeah,
so instead of going back-to-back, it was like, no, let's just rebuild the whole team. No quarterback, no O'Donnell, no Bam Morris is out. Yeah, they traded for
this was before the salary cap, so they couldn't afford Neil. I mean, they had to do this at and this was also a rematch of the AFC title game, which many people thought the Steelers should have lost, despite the fact they were the better team. And the Colts managed to hang around. Captain Comeback, Jim Harbaugh, is still here.
Yeah, what a storybook, rematch in the playoffs. Although this team is nothing like even the defense. So Lloyd is hurt.
Right.
Green is gone.
Yes.
They moved Chad Brown to outside linebacker.
Who figures prominently in this game.
And then young Jason Gilden, future team sack leader.
And there he is, hounding Harbaugh already at
who's that? Oh, Jerry Oslovsky, middle linebacker.
Shows you how long it goes. Oh, Keevan Henry was a big player down the stretch for this team. Wow.
This was still the era of the 90s. Oh, there's so many 90s on the field. We don't know where the rush is coming from. Is there? How many 90s are there?
There's 3 or 4. I mean, it's not 4 or 4, though.
All right, so it's first and 10 from the 30, and they're running with Marshall Falk. That's their offense.
Rookie season, of course, the great running back. But I remember him being good in this game, but not being good enough.
Also, a rookie playoff appearance for Marvin Harrison.
Wow, hard to believe, man. I mean, that shows just how long Marvin played.
Dick LeBeau is the defensive coordinator. Just a reminder. Chad Brown on the outside.
Wow.
3rd and 2 on the 35. This is the opening possession.
A lot of guys in the box. At Carnell Lake coming off the edge.
Who's 21? Is that Willie Williams?
It's either Willie Williams or Deion Figures.
Princeton Buckner. Maybe that should be my next jersey. I need a Princeton Buckner. Or was that Flowers 21? Is that Flowers on this team?
Flowers is 41. But yes, no. This was this. I mean, this game goes all right, but there was worry coming into it. There we go.
There's Levon Kirkland up the middle with the run stop.
Hard to talk about just how good Kirkland was. I mean, just a great player.
Yeah, get this guy into the Hall of Honor.
I mean, if he gets that, if they win Super Bowl 30, he's probably the MVP, so then he would have been in there automatically.
6'1", 264. 264. Running with, he can blitz and he can run with coverage.
4 interceptions, 264.
Shoot, maybe I can still play inside linebacker. There's Gilden again on the rush. Oh, yeah, we don't care
many-
about how quarterbacks feel in these days.
Many hits here that would have been 15-yard penalties, folks. And imagine how bad that was for the Colts to have to take exception to it. Now again, this turf at Three River Stadium had no give whatsoever. That was green concrete, which Gilman just drove Harbaugh into.
Yeah, weight, total body weight on there.
The noise of Three Rivers underway. Yes, it was. Me and my dad are in there somewhere.
You're at this game.
We're at this game. This is the game where, in the third or fourth quarter, the guy behind us gets drunk, so drunk he passes out on Dad. And that was a long memory we had for a long time. He yelled, "Chad!" whenever Chad Brown would do something, which was a lot, which is what I remember the clearest when someone screams Chad in your ear.
Isn't the philosophy even true today? It doesn't matter, even though we have Rod Woodson in a corner, Willie Williams isn't necessarily a Pro Bowler, but if the rush gets there, you don't need the great corner.
That's the idea, or they only have to be great for a brief period of time, such as there. I mean, Carnell had decent coverage, but it's not like the ball was anywhere near the guy's hands, much less his feet.
Yeah, man, everyone's at the line. Like,
and still dudes get through. I mean, this is a different time, man.
They're like, you're not going to run. Don't even try to run. Oh, Chris Gardocki on the front
Future
game.
Steelers hero, Chris Gardocki.
All right, now it's time for the beginning of the Mike Tomczak era, the Mike Tomczak playoff era.
I didn't remember they showed that much of players bleeding in the 90s. Perhaps I blocked that out.
Harbaugh just took a hit. Can I get this ad thing off the thing? Is it going
You have to click no thanks. At the next commercial.
Yeah.
Wow, Jonathan Hayes. This was the bus's first year, yes.
And Yancey Thigpen is hurt, so your leading receiver is Charles Johnson and Andre Hastings.
Wow. And the bus, it took 5 guys, but eventually they got him down.
Yeah, spoiler alert, a lot of bus in this game.
Which is something you already knew, people.
But we got Chan Gailey, offensive coordinator. Mike Malarkey is the tight end coach.
I mean, all people that go on to do great things and not just with the Steelers.
But, we lost...
Tomczak back to
Whoa!
pass, big pass to Charles Johnson.
Mike Tomczak with the big boy throw on 2nd and 9 there.
We really thought Johnson was going to be somebody, first-round pick out of Colorado.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, no, he got good protection, and he didn't fall down.
Can Mason make that throw?
I feel like it's close to the Mason throw to one he made against Seattle to George.
Now, if that was Russ, that would have been a moon ball, right?
Yes, that would have been seen as a moon ball.
So they put the ball in Tomczak's hands. It wasn't like this was just run it 40 times.
Exactly. And what a clever idea, too, to have Tomczak throw deep. It's not like the Colts were expecting that.
into double coverage.
And then a generation later, the Colts wouldn't expect that when Penn won that game in Indianapolis.
So 2nd down and 30, 2nd and 7. Put the ball in Tomczak again over the middle.
I mean, it's hard to overstate how good the Steelers' offensive lines were at the time, even though we may have not necessarily known that with Brendan Sty and Strelzik and all those guys.
All I see is the starter jerseys. Yeah, it had to be starter. If you had Reebok, you were poor. Like myself.
Arguably, this was his 3rd year already for Charles Johnson.
Yeah, here's a little bus.
That's the back on strong safety, right? That's the boss play. That's the one big boss play, if I remember correctly.
That looks like something out of Tecmo Bowl, if you ask me. Yeah, we're going to run it up that gap.
Back toss. Oh, my word.
Lost O'Donnell, lost Bam Morris to the weed bust, picked up Bettis there.
Right.
Thigpen is hurt.
Oh, Saragossa was out for them. I didn't realize that until they showed up.
Here we are in the Heinz Red Zone. Is this the Heinz Red Zone yet at this point?
I mean, it's not like Heinz wasn't in the stadium. They just weren't the name of the stadium. You could get ketchup at the concessions, yes.
Are we going to see a Mike Tomczak playoff pass touchdown? This is where, Mason would throw his red zone interception, or maybe Kenny would fumble the ball. Right? That's the difference between playoff winners and losers.
And I remember when Tomczak did the post game years after this.
All right, 13. Tomczak's dropping back.
Well,
is that a screen?
There's a guy in his face. I mean, I'm not sure what that play was exactly, but I know there wasn't a lot of time for it to develop.
Looked like that might have been some kind of screen.
That would have been a whoa, okay, I guess.
Or just whiffed on the block.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's Fred McAfee yet, but that's someone not picking up that block.
So let's turn to before Boswell. The greatest was Norm Johnson. Well, I mean, not of course after Gary Anderson.
But the fact that they found a kicker as good as Norm after Gary really was impressive.
All right, so the Steelers take the board. Take the board first.
Yes.
3-0.
That was back in the days when fonts were weird and it was okay.
Now it's like don't one hand touch. What is it? You can't feel it. All right. Ooh, that's a bowl. That's right.
Yes,
that's when they were all bowls,
They were all
Riverfront,
bowls, and veterans.
Let's take it back to the defense.
Okay, special teams there after it's not a squib kick, it just ended up that way.
This was the last season for the block numbers, I believe.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. You don't realize you miss when they're gone, they look beautiful.
Yeah, and then so what's the argument against them now? Like what's
I don't know, we've been doing these ones ever since forever. I mean, the rounded ones are okay, but I mean, the block are nice. Oh, that was McAfee's 25. Okay.
All right, defense. What do you got here? We got them backed up to the 9. 1st and 9. Levon Kirkland smelling blood. Oh, that is actually blood from his chin. Yeah. What do you got, Captain Comeback?
Looks like 8 or 10 guys. It looked like they jumped off sides, but we're not calling it because they got Falk had a big run. And
yeah, they got players too. Marshall Falk can run.
Absolutely. I mean, this was just the beginning of how great he was going to be. It's loud in there because there was nowhere for the sound to go.
Yeah. All right, D, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3, that's a stop on.
It looks like they ran the exact same play, except this time they ran it to Chad Brown.
I don't remember. Was Chad Brown a natural outside linebacker? Because he played inside the year before, too.
I thought he did something both.
Sack leaders this year, Kevin Green. Oh, that was last year. This year, Chad Brown, 13 sacks from the outside. I guess that answered my question right there.
It was nice they heard you. Like, oh, there it is. It's hard to forget how much people love the snake Chad Brown thing.
Yeah, that was his thing. He was like Jake Roberts. Is it what's happening here? Is this a sack or is this
an incomplete pass?
There's the ball still. Okay. Darnell Washington would get a flag for whatever happened here. That's the difference between today and. Oh, it was a Kenny Pickett special.
That's definitely the ball going forward. But in another era, this is something that would replay could have replayed further.
This is before the tuck rule.
Right.
Chris Gardocki for the next punt. All right, let's get Tomczak back on the field.
Good field position here. Whoa!
Oh, no, maybe not.
Whoa.
That's a return. Jaheen Arnold, rookie?
Yeah, that sounds about right. If that another guy they thought was going to be something very big, but had some moments.
You can't do that. You can't go out of bounds and make a play.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's illegal, and I also feel it was illegal then.
Ooh.
I had a friend that actually lived across the street from Jaheen Arnold. And, he said I would get many reports about when Jaheen Arnold was washing his car.
All of that, and we only got to the 30? That seemed like a bigger return than that.
It did seem like a bigger return than that, yes.
So this season, the leading receiver was Charles Johnson with 1,008 yards.
Okay, and I'm sure that felt like a lot of yards at the time.
Well, but then we got Bettis with 1,400, as it says now on the screen. Is the screen predicting what?
I mean, you're really in sync with this game from decades ago.
But that reminds me of the offense now, where we don't really have a 1,000-yard receiver, even though. Oh, I did throw.
Both feet, and we're going to say
yes. A big boy throw to Charles Johnson from Mike Tomczak.
Yeah, a big boy catch as well.
Yeah.
Both feet then at dump. And this was a time, I think, when you had to get both feet. There wasn't a lot of dragging and completing the catch and all this. Oh, it's definitely 2 feet.
Found the man coverage.
Yes.
And that's you gotta give it up to Mike Tomczak. He's playing above the neck here.
Making big throws.
3 receivings and 66 yards for CJ. And what's happening here?
You get in the touch.
And now it looks like a pass to the 0 to the goal line here.
Coward just as frustrated as the rest of us. I think
that's to Andre Hastings all the way to the goal line. Nice little
inside throw. Over the middle.
Hastings had 739 yards this season. He was the second leading. Oh, that's Kordell over the top for the touchdown.
With the touchdown. Imagine again. It's easy. It's hard not to look at this and think about how great Kordell would be today. I mean, how much he really could be a Mahomes-like presence.
Although, you know,
He wasn't the greatest throw.
yeah, his flaw was the interceptions, right? I mean,
but when he had good players around him, he was good. I mean, he really was.
all right, so that takes the Steelers up 10-0. Why don't we fast forward ahead here?
Okay. I mean, the blimp's not a drone, but it gets good shots. Okay.
Yeah, pretty picture there of the. All right, so here we go. Steelers 1st and 10 at the 16.
Okay.
Of course, it's bus time.
And everyone in the stadium knows this, and the Colts are finally able to stop it.
Up 10-0. We're already like, let's run the clock out.
Exactly.
Run the clock out at the playoffs.
Exactly.
First quarter.
Get ready for next weekend going to New England.
I got to march on Three Rivers once with the marching band.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was my only time.
That's so cool.
That was my only time on the field.
I never made it on the field.
Whoa! Mike Tomczak throwing 40-some yards to CJ again.
So the guy they couldn't cover before, they decided simply just not to cover him.
I mean, are they just overselling the run, and that's why they're leaving these guys in man coverage?
I mean, that's possible. It's also possible the other guys just aren't that good, too. I mean,
It's poor Harbaugh.
Yeah. See, I shake my head, too. And,
Charles Johnson, we call this the Tomczak game. It should be the Charles Johnson game.
Yes.
Here's that
There's
screen to
that
the bus.
screen.
No, it's Lester.
but that's still the screen we've been looking for. And that's always going to keep you honest. A screen to the fullback after the deep pass.
So Bus had 1,431 yards this season. Then it was Pee Wee Pegram with 509.
Wow.
Everyone talking about slash this, slash that. He only had 171 rushing yards.
I believe it.
He was doing more of that jump over the top, tush-push type of third down stuff.
Dick Hoke always said Kordell would have been a Hall of Fame receiver.
Oh, this is a little end around or a sweep to Hastings
Okay.
for nothing. That's a Matt Canada play.
I can hear the fans around me at this point saying, "Getting too cute." The screen to the fullback.
Before Fire Canada, that was getting too cute.
Too cute. You're moving the ball while you're doing this.
Just running up the gut with Jerome Bettis.
Anything other than that.
3rd and 4. Now look, Steelers 0 for 3 on third down conversions at this
Which I
point.
think is why this game isn't 24-0 at this point.
Oh, and that is a pick six.
And that's sort of why you wonder why when they come back with Tomczak next year, gives Stu Kordell a chance. It's something
Tomczak
like
being Tomczak, after all.
yes, that was.
Okay, well.
That was jumping. That was old school jumping around. And,
yeah, although we've seen Ben do that too in the playoffs. We've seen
I've seen everyone do it. It happens to everyone eventually.
Russ, not in the playoffs, but just.
Oh yeah, no, that was maybe one of the defining negative plays last season. Yes, and,
but before all that, it was Mike Tomczak.
Oh yeah.
In the starter jersey. Let's see it one more time.
I mean, it's not the greatest film quality, but he never looks at another guy. I mean,
Mills didn't fight for it either, Ernie Mills, but it was thrown inside. There was nothing. That was.
The moment Tomczak threw that was coming.
There was no fight for that. There was no bone.
Run to Indiana.
Two dogs, and just a bone. Oh, there you go, Colts coach.
At this point, I don't even know. It's not Mark Giroux. Is it Lindy Infante?
I don't know. So that's 13-7 now, Steelers. Wow, yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable. It's like, man, we were dominating, and now it's 13-7.
And that's what something like that 0 for 3 on third down does me feel big, is that you weren't able to keep this going,
Nothing new, Steeler Nation. 0 for 3 on third down is...
Right.
All right, Tomczak, you get a chance to redeem yourself. What are you going to do?
My guess is probably hand off to the bus.
Yeah. Well, there's Ernie Mills returning that right after he...
Okay.
What do we got here? Cutting off the shirts.
That's different. I mean, I could see someone not familiar with the area not realizing how humid Pittsburgh can be at any time.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to get that carpet burn on my elbows.
No.
That doesn't go away.
That was so hard.
All right, Tomczak, 1st and 10 at the 32.
Okay.
Bus.
But yeah, it's a steady stream of the bus. It makes a lot of sense.
Bus averages, you average 4 to 5 every time, then you never have to do anything else.
Right. As sure as a conversation that was said with many more expletives in the stands at this time.
Who's the tight end at this point? I'm not even sure.
Jonathan Hayes.
Okay.
Because they should have been around 85. And,
back to the bus, and this time, hey, another
right
4.
Up center, yeah.
Another 4.
Go behind Dart.
Yeah, what was it? Dirt, Justin Strelzik, Brandon Steig, John Jackson.
Right. It's the Steelers list. You never remember the tackles as well. The guards and the centers, you're 100% up, but the tackles are always a little bit. Who was that guy?
Now we got Kordell in, third down. Is he going to throw it? 3rd and 1, I would hope not. He's going to keep it. No, it's a college toss.
The option to the bus. And there we get a vintage bus nod.
Yeah, first down nod.
That was nice. Not the full-on dance, but the nod.
All right, that was the option. Was Slash going to keep it? I guess so.
I think he got over there. Sorry, a lot of white jerseys and decided not to keep it.
Now Tomczak's ready to throw it again.
Okay.
1st and 10 on the 45.
Almost overthrew the tallest guy in the offense there, and Hayes.
That was a little jump throw.
Yeah.
You're not Mahomes there.
They blitzed the safety, who wasn't really close. But
that was a good blitz. No one picked him up.
That would have been a tough catch for Hayes. That was a good play.
How about run that bus on 2nd down? No, drop back the pass. Oh, another interception. Although, did that hit the guy's hands? Who's 84?
I have no idea who 84 is. At Hawkins, was Hawkins on the team at this point? But it's let's see the throw here. And,
it does hit him. That's not on him, but it's another playoff pick.
Yeah.
Wide open. Oh, he does stumble. Oh, he didn't get his head up after he stumbled.
And it's because of this that we don't remember this man's name. He's lost to history after that terrible.
You can't put that on Tomczak.
No, definitely not. Tomczak made the play.
But we got the defense back. It's a big bomb.
Oh.
Wow. What a catch. And that's Marvin Harrison. Oh, commercial.
We didn't know Harrison was going to be an all-time great at the time. But
Wow.
outfight Rod Woodson.
Rod does get it. He at least has a shadow on it.
Wow.
Wow, Marvin Harrison. All right. That's okay. This D's still going to do something.
There's the Steelers fading down the stretch here on the turnover side.
Wow, yeah. -6 on turnovers.
Yeah.
I guess that's why QB was the conversation ahead of the game. It's like, well, you've been losing down the stretch here with all these turnovers. When are you just going to put Slash in?
I don't even think that was Falk there. That was the other guy whose name is also lost to history. This is a great way to watch a game, by the way, at this 1.5 speed.
Whoa, big sack. What do we got? I see 39. I see
Perry,
Jason Gilden.
Yes. It was Cower with the smile and the gum.
Let's hold him to a field goal here. Oh, and a false start, so that takes back the sack. Aww.
A lot of things going to Colts' way here in the last few minutes of this decades-old game. I can see wanting a false start there with Gilden and the other guy on your side.
Yeah, happy for the false start because you're not losing a down and
blown off the ball.
Come on, hold him to a 3 here. 2nd and 9 on the 12.
Okay. The tackling has been excellent.
And kept the clock running.
Yes.
Kept them in bounds. Tackled in front. Tackled the catch. I don't know if that term existed yet.
If they didn't call it that, they called it something similar. There was don't let the guy run past you. That definitely makes sense. I forgot they would park cars in the corners of the stadium. That was so bizarre to me then.
3rd and 7. Let's go, Big D.
The pocket held up.
Oh, that's a touchdown pass.
A touchdown, yes. Was it Lake's guy? I'm trying to think of who was.
Wow, Harbaugh had guts there, man. He stood up strong in the pocket.
Yes, he did.
So here, after dominating for 20 minutes of the first half, now Steelers are down heading into halftime.
Right, trailing into it. It's not like they were going for 2 at this point.
3 for 3 on that drive from Harbaugh.
Yes.
Bailey. I don't even know who you are, Bailey.
Not the slightest bit. It's not Champ Bailey. I think he gets drafted a few years later.
Good pass.
Good
catch. What else could Lake have done there? Let's bring it back to the top of the 3rd.
Okay, so the second half has started here. Oh. Shaheen Arnold, the rookie. Oh, very nice return.
Oh, keep that ball, though. Man, all that work to get to the 30, and I'm thinking all these days now you just have to knee it in the end zone to get to the 30. What are they changing it to? They changed
I
it to
think it's the
35?
35 if it falls out of the zone or something or other, at the zone of inequity or whatever we're calling it. Oh, there's an actual cower snarl. We're getting all of the old favorites here today.
Young Jim Gray, I think he's still doing sideline work somewhere.
Imagine, yes. I do like, though, the idea of we don't have to actually ask the coach this on camera. We can just hear what they said afterwards.
All right, Tomczak, 1st and 10 at the 10.
Okay. And
Giving it to the
right
bus.
Bus up the middle.
Bus for nothing. They got to know it's coming to the bus. Randy Cross, all NBC. You see this guy out in the world, and it's NBC. NBC.
No crease in the hat brim either.
What did he show up in like a Hawaiian shirt, and they're like, all right, we got to give you the NBC hoodie, the NBC turtleneck.
NBC-ized.
2nd and 6 on the 13.
That was 4 yards? Wow. Okay.
Tomczak finds 84 at the 20.
It would be hard for me to go back to 84 again, so good for Tomczak to find this.
Little desperation. He's looking over the middle. His first read is there. He's like, let's get rid of it. I feel pressure.
And I don't think we had the 2 steps rule yet for the roughing the passer, mercifully.
Yeah, or any rule. I think it was still. I think they were still doing. He got jacked.
Oh, that's right. You got jacked.
Oh, here's the bus.
Okay.
That's a 1st down run. Although everyone's pointing back somewhere. What are they saying? Down.
Flag
down.
or back or okay. Okay, no, it's not.
Bus.
They're saying he fumbled. That's what they were trying to argue. That he fumbled.
Not now. No, we need to hold on to the ball. There we go.
Yeah, there's no replay at this yet, folks.
Wow, so last 3 games, 9 yards, 10 yards, and now he's bus being bus. They're 58 yards. Lester with nothing.
I guess I didn't realize that Lester was this much of the carrying the ball part of the offense at the time.
I guess they had bet us on a pitch count or whatever, right? Or something.
It makes sense. Wow. They could have found a better picture of Tomczak.
Tomczak, 7 for 15, 130 yards, 2 interceptions, but one isn't really on him.
Very much not his.
Still, that's not necessarily a stellar playoff line.
No,
but he had the big throw. He had a couple big throws.
He had some big throws early on to establish a tone, and also that's Coward, just like Tomlin, would not have been happy with that line to this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chevy trucks, all right. Oh, the Marines.
Okay. And
Nike Air, classic.
Well, up until digital PC, it was all ads you could have seen today.
And a big hell with the lid off. Is that right? Is that what they called it?
A few times. Oh, yeah. Well, they're not giving up on running the ball mercifully.
No, I guess you can't with Mike Tomczak. You cannot give up on the run in the second half. Slash is ready. Oh, is that Slash in there?
That was
no.
That's
That's
Tomczak. But it looks like on the next one.
Oh.
Speaking of pitch counts, they must have had Slash.
I guess just how much of the offense, how much of the book did he know? It seems. Right. I don't know. This is the playoffs. You would think it would be
right. That this would be the most serious.
All right, 1st and 10 of the 32. We got a trickery. Ernie Mills gets to the 37. All right.
And a flag at. I do see the point where people say, "Hey, go against
holding defense, love it."
They do look tougher with the block numbers. The people who say that are correct. Okay.
Automatic first. They're trying to not make that an automatic first this year. I think.
I've heard. Yeah, I forget who brought that up. I don't think that's.
It didn't pass. I don't think it passed. Good blocking.
I could see the call. I think that was a valid one.
That's the kind of stuff we're going to have to do with Calvin Austin and stuff, how to get him in the game. We're going to have to be doing stuff like that. Get Broderick Jones and Darnell Washington out there. Oh, we got some play action by Tomczak.
Yes, and a catch.
Good throw. Is that a catch? Yeah.
Okay, to Lester, who did have good hands. Ken, I didn't remember him being this much part of the offense, but they're moving the ball.
Yeah, not part of the game plan when you're throwing the ball to Tim Lester. Then again, your leading receiver had 1,008 yards.
Right, and
that's why I think the parallel to this year, because this year let's hope we have a 1,000-yard receiver. But
that's the idea.
Whoa, it's bus time!
There it is.
Bus running about 25 yards. Oh, big bus dance.
That had to be a real relief in the stadium at the time after the way this game has gone. Finally, a big bus run.
Finally, I know. Well, that's the plan. Let's run them. Let's get them tired in the second half, I guess.
Right.
That's kind of...
They picked the proper hole. Well, the hole was as large as one of the rivers, yes.
Boom.
I like how they keyed up on the guy who absolutely got taken out.
We'll take door number 2. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, and now we got a Tomczak pass to CJ for...
Which is similar to the one that went back for the touchdown, so good on them going back to that play.
Well, the route tree is limited, it seems, in this game. We've got the post to the sideline and the over the middle to the tight end.
Right, yes.
And then the Tim Lester.
Those are both throws for cover.
Is that Chan Gailey there?
I was going to ask you if that's Chan Gailey. If so, I forgot how
Single
young
back, second and 2 at the 30.
Okay.
Bus.
I mean, they only had all 11 guys in the box. I mean, that was the old field goal block call on Madden. I mean, that was... Okay, so that's why we were running the bus. That was nice of them to give
Colts are
us context.
stingy. No, Colts are
Opposite of stingy.
stingy. Let's go. Third down. What do you got, Mike Tomczak?
3rd and 3.
We got 2 guys in the backfield.
Okay, we're throwing.
Oh, a little pitch to Hastings.
Okay.
First down and more.
Okay.
Wait, the ref's running around. What's going on?
Okay.
Everyone's freaking out.
Fumble forward. Okay.
Is that Ed Hockley?
That is Ed Hockley, who aged remarkably well to his credit.
Love it. Is that a screen?
I think it technically counts as a screen, yes.
Oh.
He definitely
Wow, that's lucky. Wow, thank goodness we didn't see that in real time.
Yeah, that was...
Let's go, red zone. Let's go, Tomczak.
Yeah.
We're throwing again.
Okay.
Oh, a little pitch to Bettis.
Okay. Well, maybe they finally did something about covering those guys downfield, since the Colts certainly weren't doing that in the first half.
Check down. It's how Peyton won. No one criticized him. That's how Tomczak's going to win.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Where's Pegram? I guess he's hurt. We haven't seen him at all.
I think he has to have been hurt, or else they definitely... I imagine he would have gotten a lot of those plays and went to Lester.
5 for 5 on this drive from Mike Tomczak.
Absolutely.
What are we, 2nd and 6 on the 12.
Dudes in the box.
Bus to the 5.
That
we
is
got a
amazing.
strike.
And when there's 10 guys in the box and a bus still gets 5. I mean, that really is something.
Especially if it takes 1.5 guys to hit him. He's already got 85 yards this game. Is that what that said?
I think that's correct. I mean, that makes sense with the one big run he had a few plays before this.
1st and goal at the 5. 14th play of the drive. That's how you respond.
Yes. And all right.
Down to the 2.
And there is a sense of inevitability about this. I mean, things have definitely not gone the Steelers' offense way at this point. But man, I mean, we're 15 plays in the drive now, and they're still running.
This is the safest you'd ever feel. It's like, all right, come out of halftime, we're down 1. Can we just get a 15-play drive? Oh, here's Slash is in.
Okay. Wow.
He's going to keep it.
This is half the 3rd quarter.
He's got to keep it. He's not going to pass it. 2nd and goal. Yeah, keeper. Ooh.
Well, they knew that coming.
Stuffed.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Coach?
I mean, they did lose this play on the first touchdown, so I mean, it makes sense that they tried to do something about it here.
This isn't necessarily 4-down territory in '96, is it?
No, it is not. No, it is not. This is.
There's the bus. We're in.
Yep.
Nice. Steelers take the lead.
And and also not just a lead, but a real sense of control. I mean, it's in a way that doesn't necessarily exist in today. Oh, you could go for 2.
We're going for 2.
I didn't realize you could at this time. And,
run it again. I guess up 6. So
I mean, Cowher had the card as much as everyone had the card at this point. Okay, I mean,
all right,
if you have Malarkey in there, I mean, this is a prime place for weird tricks. Not that that's what's coming. But.
We got Tomczak out for the 2-point conversion. 2 guys in the backfield. Someone's in motion.
Yeah.
We're rolling out. We're turning around.
I don't know. Oh, they got the flag, which is good because I'm not too sure about that flag.
Oh, another. Let's take 2 on this.
Yes, pass interference.
Yeah, because Tomczak looked right and then went spun around
across his body, across the entire Monongahela.
Play action fake. Oh, Slash was out there.
Okay.
Slash and Tomczak.
I mean, it used to be it's pass interference if the guy never turns around. That used to be the way they describe it, and that definitely was an example of that.
Take 2 from the 1. It's
And
play
with
action
Slash.
again. Slash finds 86.
86.
Farquhar.
Wasn't that the bad guy in Shrek? Wasn't that John Lithgow's character?
Shoot, get that jersey for your
Yes.
2-point conversion. Before the Brunner jersey, there was Farquhar.
Sadly, I think it's after.
Oh.
But, I hate to say it, Cal, I do. But I think it's after. I mean, that's a big boy, this Farquhar. I mean,
that was Slash. That wasn't Tomczak. Okay.
Greg Lloyd.
All right.
Yes.
Tom-
Nice job. Yes.
Slash giving us the lead with the 2-point conversion. So it's 21-14. Cowers fired up.
Yes.
Let's get this defense back on the field. Show them what's up.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, get a 3 and out, get the ball back, and then just keep taking time. Even teams are fired.
Fired up. This is pre-Renegade. So, but Bus is leaving the field. The bus has left the field. The bus has left the field. Who else is there at that point? We're running Tim Lester.
Yeah, you're running a lot of Lester.
Or John Whitman. Is he on this team?
I thought I'd seen him, but eyes play tricks.
Both of them knew the call. Great.
I would hope.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D. First and 10 at the 20. Can't run outside.
I mean, it's the greatness of Marshall Faulk to get 2 or 3 yards on that play.
Towels are out.
Not settled.
Not a Renegade moment. It's third quarter. It's third quarter.
Renegade won't come for another 4 years, if I remember correctly. Okay, there goes Buckner.
I see.
Orpheus
I see
Roy.
Orpheus Roy. Time to get him out there. I should have brought his jersey, but I thought, what other time would I get the Slash jersey out?
Yeah, no. That's a nice thing. You did the right thing.
2nd and 7 at the 22. Let's go, D.
He has time. But
Levon Kirkland interception.
Running with hands done. Was that guy even a tight end? He might have been a wide receiver. I mean, it's impossible to overstate the athleticism of Levon Kirkland. What an incredible specimen he was.
I mean, if it's Ron Spillane, we're cursing Dick LeBeau.
Oh, this guy's still running.
Wow.
I mean, it's
he picks it out of the sky.
Right.
Kirkland is an athlete.
I mean, it's right. He runs
All right,
exactly
let's
go. Okay, we're jumping ahead again.
All right, we're back with Captain Comeback getting the chance for the comeback.
Okay.
Because Colts are down 21-14.
Okay. They weren't good after the half. They could make adjustments as much as
allowed 1 touchdown in the second half. Was that the stat?
Last 6 games.
Last 6 games. And Bus is back on the field.
Still stomping about. Yes.
They were getting him pumped. Whoever that guy is.
That guy was in jeans, no less.
Chad Brown is ready to blitz. No, he's back. No.
Okay. Well, they managed to.
Woodson is down.
Well, isn't the next week the game where they get lost in the fog in New England?
Yeah. Impossible to watch on TV.
Joey Galloway and Terry Glenn. Yeah. I mean, not that anyone could at that time. Those guys were really good. Wow. They did. I mean, it took Kirkland and Woodson to bring this tight end down.
So the game is on the line, and we've lost Brenston Buckner and now Rod Woodson.
Yes. The bus is iffy. But this was also the time when you could suffer a grievous concussion and play the next down.
40 different players this season.
That's a lot of injuries.
10-6 record, and they lose Greg Lloyd in the very first game. By free agency in the offseason. It's a remarkable year.
All right, D. Time to step up. Next man up. Let's go.
It was a remarkable year. That guy's right.
And the comebacks come back. No more Hail Marys. No,
Right, exactly. Keep it away from all that.
What do we got? Third down here? 3rd and 1 on the 30. Let's go.
Wow. That's
Blitz is coming.
Whoa!
Kordell Lake looked offside, but he has the ball.
He does have the ball.
Oh, thank goodness this is before the era of the drone replay.
Well, I think it's also the era of you can make little motions at the line and it's not going to be an issue.
Well, yeah, everyone's dancing. Kordell Lake is so close.
That's very on the line.
Wow, but he gets the ball.
Also, whatever Kordell did isn't why this dude didn't catch the toss. You know what I mean? I understand it might have been a call.
Maybe,
come
yeah.
on.
I mean, if he was looking up to see what was happening.
This is third down on the biggest play of the game. But hey, it's the play stands.
I'm sure if we go to serve, if you're to go against the Steelers tonight, that too.
And Tomczak gets the attempt, the first attempt at this.
Absolutely, and you'll notice they go right at it. They're not, they're not running the bus here. They're going to go right to Hastings. They're going to try and put the game out of reach here, which is a nice idea.
Well, yeah, to take a 2-touchdown lead at the end of the third.
Or going into the fourth, that would be
first and 10. No, second and 1 on the 10. Bus. I don't think he got it. That's not the bus. Is it the bus?
No, I think
that's 38.
That's Whitman.
Oh, John Whitman.
So they had Lester and Whitman.
We are Penn State.
That's a lot of fullback. That is.
So Bus is out of the game. The game is. It's still the third. They have 12 whole minutes.
Very much in doubt. So the idea that. Oh, it also shows that I think they were genuinely concerned about the Bus's injury. All
right, Tomczak, what do you got here?
We do have to snap the ball. Okay. Wow, Whitman gets the first.
Boom. That was key.
That's a big play. I mean, if you can't stop the second string fullback, I think, then maybe you're not in a position to win the game.
Not a lot of trust in Tomczak there on third down, I guess. But again, third and 1, if you can't get one with first and goal, what do you got? Oh, now Bus is in.
Now the Bus is fine. You give him an extra, 5 to 10 minutes there off the commercial break at the switch.
Bus takes it down to the 1.
That is a dominant stat when you have the ball for 13 minutes of the 15-minute period.
Nice. But still only have a 7-point lead.
Right. But it was also, again, different in that time, though, since you had so much more faith in the defense than any prior.
Bus takes it in for the touchdown.
And that's when you're starting to think, okay, this isn't going to be about Hail Marys and wide open tight ends and the other things that plague the Steelers in big playoff games at home.
Oh, there's Mrs. Cower, rest in peace. Up 2 touchdowns in the fourth, but I don't know. If this was a modern Steelers team, I would say this game's not over yet.
Right, exactly. That's
24 rushes, 94 yards for the Bus, and 2 touchdowns after having less than 10 yards in the previous 2 games.
And missed much of the third quarter, and the fourth quarter has just begun.
This is a Bus game. I kept saying it was the Tomczak game. It's the Bus game.
Well, I think that's how a lot of them went. When you tried to stop one, the other would show up.
That's a quiet 96. Besides the big run there.
But I think that's just it, though. Instead of 2 and 3, it's 4 and 5, and that's how you end up getting that 96.
Makers of the new award-winning Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh, I have Jeep.
Season's greetings to a small planet.
Okay, this is
IBM.
close to holiday then.
American Express. Are they still around?
A charge against hunger. Okay.
Spoiler alert. They didn't do enough.
I was going to say Hunger survived.
Hunger beat American Express.
Wow, Norm fired up too.
All right, up 2 touchdowns in the fourth. So this is a big drive. You got to stop them.
But comeback kids. Wow, that's some impressive wins there. Oh, there's 2 streams of them.
5 wins for the comeback kids.
This is before we had the technology with 5 things on the screen. We had to do 2 screens.
They don't bring up this rivalry. Was this a rivalry? They don't bring this up in modern.
No, I think this would have been because it's not a rivalry until the other team wins. If the Colts had won this game, then sure, it's a rivalry. But that's not what happens.
All right, and on the first play, we got a sack.
Sure,
group sack there.
That's the closest. That's the closest they've come to trying to protect the quarterback all game. Is blowing the whistle on that exact play.
Oh no, that play should have been dead anyway. It's a false start.
Forgive me, they definitely weren't trying to protect the quarterback. I take back what I said. Oh yeah, no, that dude jumping. Now today you would be able to jump back 3 yards, and that would not be called as the false start.
So Tomczak's line is 13 for 21 for 176, 2 interceptions.
Which I think 2 interceptions is exactly what Kyle wanted.
What would the narrative on the fan be? Would they be like Tomczak won the game, or would they be Tomczak?
The narrative on the fan would be trade Woodson to get a first-round quarterback. That would have been the narrative. Oh, what great coverage too! On Marvin Harrison.
Wow, hot rod 1-on-1 on Marvin Harrison and standing his own. Well, he's at his height of his powers here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's their all-time great.
Second and 15 on the 15.
Wow,
Let's go, Big D. I think Chad Brown was held. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's out of bounds. The catch is out of bounds.
Okay, Harrison kind of can't believe that one, and no one's complaining. So I think that seems like this might have been an all right call. Oh yeah.
That rookie move from Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, it would have been. Was it Syracuse? I forget where he went. Yes.
And now, and he didn't concussed on the end of it. Oh, he didn't even catch it, and I got concussed on the end of this.
This was well before that, like, oh, you can't go with his head kind of thing. Like, no, you should. There's the guy yelling Chad.
Wow, Chad Brown with another sack. That's when the guy
That's the guy yelling. If he hadn't passed out by this point, with him yelling Chad. My dad did that the rest of his life. Whenever he meets somebody named Chad, Chad, because of this game.
Wow, a sack all the way back to the 1.
I mean, that's our Marshall. Like, Marshall doesn't see the delayed blitz, and that, again, young player, but still.
Punted it away. We'll give the ball back to Tomczak.
Okay. Jaheen Arnold having a game on teams.
Actually, spoiler, Tomczak will not be returning to the game, nor will the bus.
Okay.
Up 2 touchdowns, but there's 10 minutes left in the game. They're pulling the quarterback and the running back.
I mean, it was a different time. That whole the up double digit stat was a real thing for a long time. I mean, I'm surprised by that too. But also it could help that they're pretty close to field goal position here. But I do agree with you now. Decades later, I'm sure at the time I was like, yeah, this is great. Actually, at the time, I'm sure I was nervous too.
Well, wanted to make sure Slash got his reps. Oh, that is Bus. The Bus, he's still in the game. I take something back.
Well, with 36 and 34, it's not easy to tell.
But Tomczak is out of the game now.
Okay.
So, what does that mean? You're not going to let Slash throw, or
we're just doing more running. I mean, it's just that much running. Wow.
2nd and 2. Now it's Lester has it, but he fumbled.
He fumbles.
Did they get it?
I think that was Whitman. I think Lester's
Whitman
34. I think Whitman's 38.
Did he cough it up on the first play that they pulled Bus?
I mean, this was what, 4 or 5 carries for John Whitman at this point, and I loved Whitman. The man was committed, but he's not perhaps that kind of go-to back.
They asked Richard Mendenhall after the game, and he said actually Whitman was separated from the ball. It wasn't a fun. He didn't fumble it. He was separated from it.
Mendenhall was alive with this.
1st and 10. Comeback kid is back on the 40. His own 40 though.
Last real chance here. And
that's a complete pass to the 50.
And without getting
There's
down.
12 and a half minutes, and they're pulling Tomczak for Kordell and Tim Lester. Or Whitman, whatever. McAfee,
And
I don't
Travis
know.
might be asking him the same question there about am I going back?
And he's saying, you just hurt yourself. We need you for next week.
See, when Cowher has the hand on your hip, that's something serious is happening. I learned that over the years.
All right, midfield, comeback, throws it over the middle.
Wow.
Was that interference on Kirkland?
Maybe.
Kirkland's running man-to-man with this
I
guy.
think that just it might have been interference, but really calling it on this linebacker. I wonder about that.
We would have called it on a bigger athlete, but
Right, a much smaller man would have.
Hey, welcome. Come on in. We're watching some Steelers games. Old one, 96. Were you watching them in 96?
Magic live entertainment. That's great. I wondered why it picked up here. I was like, wow.
12 minutes left. Up 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. Are we getting a commercial break here? All right.
Okay, Drew Bledsoe. Wow,
Wow, young Elway.
jerseys, yeah.
Oh, with Terrell Davis. Not that young, I guess.
They're done. I forgot about those weird Patriots jerseys. Yeah.
Let's close this out. Come
That
on.
would be lovely, yes. I'm sure I was saying that at the time.
2nd down and 10, midfield. Comebacks back. He's getting chased.
The man does drop back. I mean, I don't know if you see as much of that anymore. He's like 15 yards downfield when he throws.
And he keeps targeting whoever Levon Kirkland's covering. But I guess that's their best chance.
I mean, right, if Rod's still out there, Deion Figure, sure.
Who's 98 Russian?
And Oliver Gibson.
Oh, okay, OG, yeah. All right, 3rd down, midfield. Let's go, D. Let's close this out here.
Absolutely. A lot of dudes in the box.
Harbaugh's back, over the middle, wide open.
Wide open, okay. Well, that was that. I think they were playing soft on that.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison with the easy catch, midfield. Oh, he's getting held, too.
Woodson with the good hold there, like getting a good part of the 8th on the breast. He held the guy until he could drop into zone, and that's what Harrison did to make the catch.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 35. Let's go, D.
Okay.
Oh, juggled Harbaugh.
Wildcard some footsteps there, which understandable considering the way this game was played at the time.
Well, you're down 2 scores. Maybe you're like, hey, let's not throw the 4 or 5 yard outpost to the running back.
But like you said, 11 minutes. I mean, it's not,
No, Tomlin wouldn't be worried yet.
No. This is before we knew about living in your fears for the opposite of that.
2nd and 10, 36.
Okay. Jerry
Harbaugh's
O with
back.
the pressure. Wow.
Harbaugh's flabbergasted.
Yeah, because Jerry O blitzed. I mean, how many times did that happen?
The old crisscross blitz. Yeah.
And Kirkland also there too. Like they both guys got through.
Yeah, who do you want to hit? Jerry O or Kirkland? I'd take Jerry O maybe.
Yeah, all right, exactly. I'm giving it a choice.
We're going to let Kirkland go free.
Right.
3rd and 10. Let's close it out, D.
Empty set. Okay.
Tackled the catch, though, and that forces the 4th. They got to go for it here, right?
I would think.
So, I mean, is this ball game? There's still 9 minutes left.
It's not ball game, but field goal doesn't necessarily help you because you still need 2 touchdowns.
10.5. The Colts are going for it on 4th.
Okay, I mean, I can see that call. I wouldn't argue with that call.
Towels are waving.
Empty set again. Okay.
Incomplete.
I mean, they did the right thing going to Harrison. It didn't look like they were on the same page. And I think that might be what Harbaugh's upset about here, but it,
not too happy there, Harbaugh.
No, yeah, see, I think this might have been on Marvin here for why this play.
Oh, he gave him a go this way arm motion.
Right, he got the dreaded go this way. Or you were supposed to go this way.
He got the Aaron Rodgers up the seam. What was it? Up the. Oh, it looks like the Steelers are going to run out the clock with 10.5 minutes left in the game.
That is the idea. I mean, it's worked in the 3rd quarter. I love watching the thing tick down. This is like the old video games right here. This is fantastic. The Colts only have 1 timeout.
Cowher's content. Yeah, we'll run it 10 more times.
Right, yes.
Slashes in.
Kordell can hand off as much as Tomczak, sure.
2nd and 3. The ball. No, it's a QB keeper. Oh, but he's going to run it.
And Kordell knew how to slide. Other quarterbacks may have been better than him later on, but they didn't know how to slide as well as Kordell.
Was that a pass play or was that a play
It might have
run?
been, but Kordell did the right thing. He didn't try to force it. He didn't try to, risk the incompletion. Just keep the clock moving and move the chains.
Oh yeah, Maddox is in the jacket. His day's over.
Right.
He's in
You were in that coat, which was like putting a house around your shoulders.
Why do you even have a helmet on?
I guess just in case. But yeah, it's your day has come to an end.
Especially when you get 2 quality teams like this today, for one team to physically dominate on both sides of the football for the whole
Physically dominating.
I mean, that is a fair assessment, Phil.
Now this is a QB keeper.
Yes.
Oh, and he's going long. Kordell for 30 yards.
Wow.
Tomczak loves it. I've never seen a kid like this do that.
That is tremendous, yes, because that means Tomczak is staying in that coat. That means Tomczak does not have to worry about anything at this point. And he could go up and get a Bankovich fish sandwich like I did at the half.
A little Justin Fields reminiscent there. Oh, the defenders I've never seen it before. We've never seen anything like it.
The slow clap. And,
now we've got, who's this, Whitman?
I think this is Whitman, yes.
Oh, it's a touchdown to the house.
Gets his revenge.
Wow.
Deserves it. The John Whitman redemption game. Who knew that's what we'd be watching?
Wow. Yeah, we just watched the John Whitman highlight reel right there. Beginning and end of...
all 3 acts of the redemption of John Whitman. And that's also a sign, again, of that physical domination. When the second-string fullback runs for, 33 yards for a touchdown?
Yeah.
That's a sign that things have come
Slash
to an
is
end.
getting praise from someone.
And,
they're going to the box for the wife and daughter shots.
That is a sign that it's time to start celebrating, yes. And,
well, and maybe this is a time... wow.
It wasn't just the Holmes.
Moves like Whitman. Well, and maybe at this point is maybe we should a good time to wrap things up. Maybe.
I mean, the game has been decided. And,
this Steelers D held Indy to 8 first downs, 41 rushing yards, 140 passing yards for and if you include the sacks, that's 146 total yards.
Wow.
Steelers had 231 rushing yards, 5 rushing TDs.
Jeez.
on the touchdown run.
Tomczak was 13 for 21. So it can happen. The blueprint is there for this Steelers team to win a playoff game.
I mean, this is a different era, but yes, but you're absolutely right. That still does exist, and that's how they plan on winning, just with a little more passing than we saw now.
And we're coming up on the 30th anniversary of this game.
Oh,
so
okay.
Maybe we should try to get to Mike Tomczak, see if he can dial in on the show or something. Mike Tomczak, if you're listening, we want to talk to you.
Absolutely.
All right, keep listening. Keep listening. What else?
Stay in school.
Yeah, stay in school. All right. Good night.
Be their best selves. That's going to be required.
Stay in school.